Megan Fox.
We can play mommy and daddy.
Men who work out. Sexy high heels. Beach holidays. 100-inch screen TVs. Fast cars. 24-hour parties. DSLR cameras. Luxury spas. Victoria Beckham. Find out what's really hot on FlyFM's What's Hot Weekend Show.
Good morning, peeps. Happy Sunday. This is Gibo in the FlyFM studio, and now I've got two special guests that will be touching light on the House of R3 and, of course, the Malaysian Super Series races for 2012. But first, here's your girl, Jessie J, with Domino, now on FlyFM. FlyFM, Malaysia's hottest music. Gibo here, along with two special guests in the FlyFM studio. Very handsome lads, I might say. Now, it's Tengku Djan, who is Senior Manager of the R3 Engineering and Team Principal for Malaysian Super Series, that's the MSS, and also Shaharudin Hamid, who is also the Team Engineer for Malaysian Super Series races of 2012. Now, it's handsome men today in the studio. Okay, cool. Do you guys want to actually let the viewers know or let the listeners know about the background of R3, the race rally research?
Basically, R3 is the motorsports arm of Proton, and we do a lot of motor racing, from rallying to road racing. And at the same time, we create performance accessories as well as aesthetic parts for Proton cars.
Okay, cool. So it's basically like a place to be where you want to soup up your Proton, right?
Definitely.
For all the people that watch the Fast and Furious, if they want to be Fast and Furious, they go to the R3, correct?
For sure.
Yes. Awesome. Now, it's a flagship showroom, and it's to showcase your R3 products and also services along with if you want to fabricate your car or fabricate accessories to make sure it fits right, correct? Where exactly is the showroom located?
This new showroom, which we're coming up with, will be in Glen Mary 8. Shalam.
Okay.
Will be scheduled for end of March this year, and it's going to be really unique.
Awesome. Now, it's not ready up. You said it's going to happen in March. Are you guys going to have a soft launch or a hard launch?
Yeah, we're going to have a launch for sure in March. We're trying to target it together with the F1 weekend if we can. If not, it'll be in series. So we'll definitely have a build-up to the launch of the House of R3.
Nice. More coming up with Tengku Djan and Shaharudin Hamid. Here's Adele, now on FlyFM. FlyFM, Malaysia's hottest music. Good morning. Gibo here, along with two special guests in the studio. Now I'm talking about Tengku Djan and Shaharudin Hamid, which we're speaking of House of R3, but we also have the Malaysian Super Series. Now, if you want to touch base on that, Mr. Shaharudin Hamid?
Yeah, the Malaysian Super Series is a race circuit racing competition that we enter in. Mainly, this is where Proton R3 or the race team competes and shows its presence. This is the connection between what you mentioned just now, race, rally, research. So here's the race part of it. So we've got 2 cars prepared for whole season of racing. There's about 5 rounds in a year, and the whole season ends with a 1,000 kilometer race, which is called the Sepang 1,000 kilometers. So
that's a long race, my friend.
It's a test for both man and machine.
Right. That's the endurance race, right?
Correct.
And that's solely, especially for cars.
Cars only. Yeah.
And then there's also motorcycles in the race as well, right?
Yeah, motorcycles. Yeah, motorcycles are running in the Super Series. So they've got their own race in the weekend.
And then with that race that you just said just now, these are heavy hitter cars like the GT cars, correct?
Yeah, we're running also with GT cars. So it's like in one race there's a few classifications of cars. So what we are racing in is actually in the Malaysian Touring Car Championship. Yeah. So our cars are prepared for those regulations.
Very good. So, and you guys are racing against other Malaysian shops or competitors?
Yeah, mainly right now the competitors are other speed shops or tuning garages. But I think with the success of the series last year, we're anticipating some other car manufacturers, big names coming in this year. So I think it'll be competitive, and I think that's a nice proving ground for R3.
Fly FM, Malaysia's hottest music. Good morning, Gibo here along with two special guests, Tengku Djan and Shaharudin Hamid, and they have been informing me about the House of R3, which is actually not your typical speed shop.
Yeah, it's a very different concept which we're bringing forward. I mean, if you go down to your normal speed shops, it's basically a shop and they're selling parts. And so you go in, you buy it, and you go out. What we're trying to sell here is a lifestyle. The shop will be more of a clubhouse than an actual retail shop. It's total 3 levels. So ground level we have complete cars for sale. So all the R3 limited edition cars which we have at that point of time or for that period will be available at the ground floor. We will have our lifestyle area, which is the mezzanine floor, and that will be retailing our merchandise. And also we're going into more of a lifestyle concept for car tuning. So you could change the color of your car, you can add murals to it, you can look at different interior concepts, different leathers, stitching, you name it, so we're keeping it very open. We want to cater for the mass majority of enthusiasts out there, because not everybody wants to just go fast. So,
of course,
yeah. So that's what we're trying to do.
Excellent. More with Tengku Djan and Shaharudin Hamid next on FlyFM. Fly FM, Malaysia's hottest music. Good morning, Gibo here along with two special guests, Tengku Djan and Shaharudin Hamid, who's getting the word out about the House of R3. So, if I want to ask this, your target market, who do you think your target market would be? Actually, I mean, are you looking at the young kids or the old kids? Because I know a lot of young kids are actually into this, but also a lot of people like my dad. He would also be into this as well,
Yeah.
So who do you think your target audience would be?
I think it will be very wide.
Right.
If you're talking about the younger generation, say the college students, then a lot of them want to go down to pure performance, for example, which we will have available for them too. And if you talk about the older generation, like our fathers, for example, if they have a Proton car which they want to make over, for example, refresh it, maybe it's got some history in it which they don't want to get rid of, and they want the car to run for the next 10 years.
Right.
We can do that too, which we are doing under the Proton Makeover program now for lucky winners. So, it's a combination of everything which we want to cater for our Proton customers.
All right, more with Tengku Djan and Shaharudin Hamid coming up next on FlyFM. Good morning, Gibo here along with two special guests, Tengku Djan and Shaharudin Hamid, who's getting the word out and about of the House of R3. And now, what can I expect to see if I stop by for a visit once the House of R3 is officially launched?
We'll be conducting a lot of weekend activities at the House of R3. And, because R3 is motorsports related, so, we're looking at, creating events for Formula 1 during the Formula 1 weekend, the MotoGP weekend, as well as the rallies which we enter in Asia Pacific. So, our plan is to actually invite different car clubs to come over, enjoy themselves at the House of R3, see what we have installed for them and available for them.
Right.
At the same time, come down and watch the show. We have a large screen TV upstairs, come have a meal and basically just enjoy ourselves.
Become a family. That's also a motorsport family. I love it. Well, I want to thank you guys for joining me. I want to thank Tengku Djan and also Shaharudin Hamid for stopping by the Fly FM studio. You guys were great, and hopefully we get the word out on the House of R3 and MSS.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.